Hello, it is day 64 of 100 days, 100 videos, 200 questions. Look at my desk. This is a choice that I'm making. I don't know. I've been feeling a little bit off today, and that happens sometimes. And to get back, I just need to continue to do the things that I normally do, check things off my to-do list, and then I'll start to feel a little more centered and like I'm accomplishing things, which is always helpful. I did take a shower today, as you can tell. I also went to the store and bought a bunch of, well, not a bunch, lotion, and body wash that's like unscented, so I can take care of my tattoo, which you can't really see, but you know. Okay, let's get into it. I don't think today's going to be a long one because I don't feel like it. Ooh, a little short one. Let's see. What's your approach to writing headlines? So my approach to writing headlines are the very last thing that I write. Well, when I'm writing Facebook ads, they're the very last thing I write. If I'm writing a landing page or a sales page or something that requires a headline to get it going, I will write one right at the beginning that is usually pretty poor. It's not usually a winning headline, but it's something just to get the idea of what I want the rest of the page to say. So I will write that headline with the understanding that it's a completely working headline, and then write the rest of everything in whatever order I feel like writing it, and then come back and be like, okay, what do I really want this headline to say based on everything that I've written? Usually I will plug that information and the entire contents that I've already written into ChatGPT and start to see what ChatGPT gives me, because that is really something that helps me cultivate creativity. 9.5 times out of 10, I will not take a headline that ChatGPT gives me and use it in its entirety, but I will use it to help build one instead of starting from scratch, because my Kolbe assessment has told me that I don't do well with starting from scratch. I need a baseline. So I need the headline to already exist and me to improve it versus me creating a headline from scratch, or versus me using like a template, a headline building template, right? That is my process. And also at the end of the day, I always split test. So I won't, if I have a client that's looking for a headline, I'm not going to give them one headline. I'm going to give them, depending on the project, somewhere from 3 to 5 to 6 to whatever really comes up to mind, because you never know what's going to actually work with the audience. You can have a good idea, but sometimes something a little bit out there is better. All right, let's get to our next question. Give me another question, GPT. That's all I need to know. If you could give your younger version of yourself one piece of advice, what would it be, and why do you think it's important? So I'm going to give a couple of pieces of advice. The first one is to get boudoir shots when I'm in my early 20s, because I was so insecure then. I missed a moment of what was beautiful, and I wish that I had something just for myself, not for anybody else. But I really wish that I had something to commemorate the body I had then versus the body I have now. That's the same advice I'll give to my daughters. Like, if they want to, I want them to recognize how beautiful they are in all stages of life, and to hopefully not have the crippling self-doubt that was so prevalent in my generation. We're trying to break those generational curses. That's what I'm going to work on with them. And that's the great thing about, I do have two younger selves now. I have two daughters who are currently 7 and 3, almost 4. And I can give them all of this advice that I wish I had at their age. And granted, not all of the advice I would give myself 20 years ago is still applicable to the world today, because things have changed. But some of it, like loving your body in all stages of life, it's evergreen. It's not going to change. Granted, another piece of advice I would probably give my younger self is invest in Amazon and Apple and Bitcoin and all of these things that might not be applicable for my girls, but they're definitely applicable for Whitney from 20 years ago. Well, Bitcoin, that's a little far. But yeah, so those are really the two pieces of advice that I would give myself. All right, we're already over 5 minutes. I wanted to keep this one short, and it's still short, but I'm going to end it here because I need to do something. I need to move my body and get myself into a better mindset. This has been day 64 of 100 days, 100 videos, 200 questions. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day and that it's warm wherever you are. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow.